Hi, in this video we are going to see about how to download and install the latest version of the NetBeans, which is Apache Netbeans 20. So this contains various steps, so kindly don't skip the video, because if you are skipping some of the part you may not get configured correctly, and in future it may show some error for you when executing a project. So here this contains various process like installing the JDK. The first thing is like you need to install the JDK, how to set the Java path, installing NetBeans, executing a sample program, configuring the Tomcat server, executing a sample project. So these are the things that is be included in this video. So first thing is like we need to download the required software. So for this, first thing is like you need to download the JDK. So for Apache NetBeans 20, so the latest version is JDK 21. So just if you go to this URL, you can just download the required JDK. So here we have various operating systems mentioned here. So if you click the Windows part, if you can just download the x64 installer by clicking this link. So I have downloaded that, so which contains around 163 MB. The next thing is like you need to download the NetBeans 20. So here in the link you can just click this download, and here you can see the installer and packages, where you can find the Apache NetBeans, the first option, the Windows 64.exe. you can download this. So I have also downloaded that, so which is around 474 MB. So next thing is like we need the Tomcat server for the web application project. So if you go to this downloads in the Tomcat 9, you can find this binary distributions, where you can find the core menu. In that you can see this 64-bit Windows zip. So just if you click that, you can just download this, and this is the RAR format that you will be getting, which is around 13 MB. So all the three is required for the complete installation of the NetBeans 20. So what I'm going to do is like I'll just put all this file together and I'll upload in a Mediafire link, and I'll put the link in the description. You can just click it and download easily, instead of going to each and every website and downloading for your easier purpose. Or if you wanted to get from the website also, you can download that. I'll give the links of the source websites also. So the first thing is like you need we have download the required software. So first thing is like you need to install the Java JDK. So before that, first check whether you have already installed Java or not, if there is anything. So for that, first go to your command prompt and type Java space version space hyphen version, and so now you can see the command that the reply that the Java is not recognized as an internal or external command, operable program or batch file, which means that my system does not contain the Java. So first thing is like you wanted to check this version. Why I am mentioning is like if you're already having some different versions of JDK, it may give some conflict. So my suggestion is like uninstall the existing JDKs if you're already having it, and you can install only the mentioned JDK, so there will not be any conflicts in it. So first let me install it. So just double click the JDK 21 file. So now you can see this window. So just click this next. So it asks for the location, so I'm not going to change anything. You can just see the location, C program file Java JDK. So this is to remember this location where you are installing. So this you will be useful for when setting up your path. So just click this next. So now you can see the Java development kit 21 64-bit successfully installed message, which means that we have successfully installed the JDK. Just close it. So now important thing is like you need to set the path. So first thing, we have installed the JDK. Second thing now we wanted to do is to set the Java path. So as I said, you have remember the location where you have installed. So just you can go to the C program files, Java. So here you can see the JDK21. Inside that you can see the bin folder. So just go to the location. So now just copy this location from the address bar. Now to set the path, just if you go to the search, you can just type environmental variables. You can see this, edit the environmental variables in the control panel. So just click open. So now here in the below you can see the environmental variables button. Just click it. So here you can see the environmental variables where you have the user variables and system variables. So here in the down you can see the system variables where you can find the path. So just select it and click new, or you can just double click this in the path. So it will show the environment variables of the path. So here you can just click new and just paste the location that we have copied and then click OK. So now you can, the path is been pasted. So important thing, you just click the OK button and also click the OK here. So now the path is set. So now let me go to the command prompt. Now let me type the same command which I have entered earlier, Java space hyphen version, and click enter. So now you can see the Java version is mentioned as 21.0.1. So earlier there was no Java available in my system. Now you can see the Java is installed and the version is also mentioned perfectly. So now we have installed the Java and we also set the Java path. So third point is like we are going to install the NetBeans. So go to the downloaded file. So just you can double click the Apache Netbeans 20 or bin Windows 64 file. So now you can see the configuring the installer message. So now you can see the welcome to Apache Netbeans IDE 20 installer. So where you can see the option of getting customization also. So here all the things whichever is given is selected. In case if you wanted to remove, or you can also remove the component so that the installation file size will get lesser. So I'm not going to change anything. I'll go to set as default and then click the next. So here next point is like you need to accept the license agreement. Just click this checkbox here, I accept the terms in the license agreement, and click the next. So here you can see the installation path. It is showing the installation path of the NetBeans and also the install the Apache Netbeans, and also it is showing the JDK version. So here in case if you are already having different Java JDK version, as I said, there may get conflict. So that is the reason I told you that to install only the specific JDK version of it. So I'm not going to change anything here. So let me click the next, and if you wanted you can check for updates, or you can just remove it. I'll just remove it and click next, install. So now it is installing the required files in the right time, so it takes some time for it. So now you can see the setup complete message, so which means that Apache Netbeans is installed successfully. So just click this finish button. So now we are done with the installation of the NetBeans IDE 20. So now let us go to the next step, that is executing a sample program in the NetBeans IDE. So here in the desktop you can see a shortcut of the Apache NetBeans IDE is created. So just double click it to open it. So you can see a welcome screen of the Apache NetBeans IDE in this way. So now I'll just create a sample program and show you whether the NetBeans IDE 20 that we have installed is working properly or not. So just go to the file menu and click new project. So here you can see various options with Java with Maven, Java with Gradle, Java with Ant, etc. So just I'll go with Java with Ant. So in the right side panel you can see the projects where you can see Java application. So just select the Java application and just click next. So immediately you can see the name and location of the project name. So here you can see Java application, so just you can give whatever the name that you wanted to give. For example, I'll give as a sample demo. So immediately after changing the name, here you can see the class name is also changed here, and here you can see the project location and project folder. So in case if you wanted to change the location in a particular location, you can just browse it and you can select the location where you need to save the code. But I'm not going to change anything. It is fine with this location for me, so I'll just leave this all the things as default and then click this finish button. So immediately after that, you can see this sample demo here. In the left side project panel, you can see this with the coffee symbol. So just you can see an arrow and it is like a subtree. So just if you click this, it will be expanding, where you can see the source packages and library. If you click this source package again, it will be expanding and showing the sample demo. Just if you click this again, you can see the sample demo.java. So this is the file, and here you can see some of the things is defaultly created, automatically created, so no need to do anything. So for a sample, I'll just give a small line of code to check whether it is working fine or not. So just I'll type system.out.println, and I'll just type the text as welcome to JP Infotech. So now I have typed this and I'll save it. So just go to file and you can click the save here, or you can give Ctrl S to save it. So now you can see the play button here that is running the project. So just click this. So here in the downside you can see output panel. So now you can see the output as welcome to JP Infotech. So whatever the thing that you are giving here, it will be printed here. So for example, I'll just give welcome to Netbeans 20. I'll just save this again. I'll just run it again. So now you can see it is typed as printed as welcome to Netbeans 20. So in this way you can check with the other programs step by step. So this is a sample that's to show you that the configuration that we have done is working perfectly. So now I'll close this program and I'll just close this Apache Netbeans IDE. So moving to the next part, so we have executed a sample program. So now let us move to the next part of configuring the Tomcat server. So up to this, it is sufficient to make learn for core Java project. For example, if you wanted to learn web application projects, or if you wanted to execute a web application project, you need a Tomcat server for it. So first thing is like you need to configure the Tomcat server. So first download the Tomcat server. So as I shown earlier, you can just download that from the link or the media file link that I'm going to provide you. So here in the Apache Tomcat 9, this is the file, so which is 12.8 MB. So just first extract the file. So it is in a RAR format, so just extract the files using WinRAR. So I am extracting here. So you can see the file is being extracted. So now after extraction, you can find this Apache Tomcat 9.084 folder. So just copy this folder completely, and I'm just going to paste it in a D drive location. So why I am doing is like, so already we have downloaded it in the desktop folder, desktop. So if I'm configuring the desktop itself, sometime I may delete it. So I'll just paste another location. So I'm not pasting in the D drive location because there I already installed operating system. So sometimes it may deny permission in creating some new file. So I'm just pasting another location where it is not disturbed. So I'm just pasted in the D drive location. Now I'll go to the Netbeans folder. Just open Apache Netbeans IDE. So just go to the tools menu. So in the tools menu, you can find the servers. So just select this servers option. So you can see this window. So here in the servers, you can see the add server option. So just select this add server option. So you can select the server whichever you wanted. It shows Apache Tomcat, Glassfish, etc. So now our requirement is like to install the Apache Tomcat. So just select the Apache Tomcat or Tom EE and then click next. So it asks for the server location, so just select the browse and just go to the D drive location, and I'll select the Apache Tomcat. In your case, wherever you are pasted, so just select that. So you can see the server location I have given. So important step here, you need to give the credentials of the username and password that for the Tomcat server. I'll give it as admin and admin, and this is defaultly checked, that is create user if it does not exist. So it is defaultly checked, so in case if the user is not available, it will be created whatever that you are giving, and then click the finish button. So now you can see this window. So earlier it was empty. After creating the server, you can see the Apache Tomcat. So you can server name, all the details. So you can check the username and password whether it is written correct or not. Server port and everything has been created. So now I'm not going to change anything here. Default, I'll just click close. So now we have successfully configured the Tomcat. So now let us see whether the Tomcat server is running or not. So in the left side you can see the projects tab, files tab and services. So just click the services tab. In the third option you can find the servers option. So just if you click this arrow mark, it will be expanded and you can see the Apache Tomcat server. So now it is not running, the run symbol is not shown here. So just right click it and you can select the start. So now you can see the loading icon here, and kindly wait for few seconds. So now it asks for the authentication. I have given username and password as admin and admin. So you can give whatever you are already given. I have given admin and admin, so I'll give the same and click OK. So now you can see the play button here, which means that Apache Tomcat is running successfully. So in this way you can just configure it. I'll show you the some additional parts. I am having already, I have developed a web application project. I'll show you with that. So I am not attaching that project here, so kindly don't ask me for that one. So if you are having any web application project, you can just check with that. So let me show you the sample. So just go to the file menu and click open project and go to the source location, whatever you are having the web application. So here I am having QR based vehicle parking project. So here you can see a globe symbol here, which means that this is a web project. Only if it is a web project, it will be showing a globe symbol. If it is not, it will be showing the coffee symbol. So it is a web project. I'll just select this and click open project. Now kindly wait till the complete project is being loaded into the NetBeans IDE. So it takes some time. Here you can see the scanning process which is going on. So now it is loaded completely. So now I'll right click it and then click run. So now you can see the project is executed successfully without any errors, which means that we have successfully configured the Apache Netbeans. So this is the project home screen. So it is opened in the Internet Explorer. If you wanted to change the browser, so just go to the tools and select options. So here in the general tab you can see web browser. It is here you can see what all the browser which you are available. I'll just select Chrome option and then click apply and click OK. Now if I run the project, it will be opened in the Chrome browser. So you can see it is opened in the Chrome browser. So we have successfully configured the Apache Netbeans IDE with the Tomcat server. So now you may clear that how to configure the NetBeans IDE. So this is all about the video of configuring. So we have created all the things whichever we have discussed in the earlier, and this is all about the video, and thank you all for watching.